Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nessa Jane and today we are doing a first impressions hits or misses of the Nyx Cosmetics products that I purchased a while back. So a while back I uploaded a video and did an unboxing of a whole bunch of Nyx Cosmetics products that I purchased. I ended up getting like a 40% discount off of their website. And so I knew I needed to take advantage of that sale. And so I ended up purchasing quite a few eyeshadow palettes from them, lipsticks and contour palettes, and just a whole bunch of almost like a full face of NYX Cosmetics. So that way I could give you guys an honest review of the products. So today I wanted to try on a few of the products that I got. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Also be sure to hit that little bell to get notified for any of my future videos. So without further ado, let us get into the NYX Cosmetics First Impressions Hits or Misses video. Okay, you guys, so I already have my eyes prepped, and today we are just gonna get started with our eyes. I wanted to use the NYX Earth palette. Out of all four of the palettes that I got, this was the one that I was most excited about, and so I wanted to give this one a try just because the shades kind of speak to me. They're filled with a whole bunch of unique, cool tone shades that I just feel inspired to play around with. So I wanted to use this palette today and give you my opinion on it because this was a palette that I was super excited about. So I already have my eyes primed and set, and so we're just gonna hop right in. We're going to hop into this kind of grayish light brown shade right here, and we're gonna be using that as our transition shade today. So right off the bat, I'm already seeing some very good pigment with this palette. Like, that transition shade automatically stands out. It's a really pretty cool toned brown. Okay, you guys, once we have that transition shade applied, we are going to dive right in. You know how I like to build up my transition shade. We're gonna go in next with this deeper brown shade, and we're going to place that just right underneath that light brown, and we are going in with a Lexi 229 blending brush, and we're just going to focus that right underneath, mainly just in the crease. We're going to put that in with back and forth windshield wiper motions. So one thing that I am noticing with that darker brown shade is that it is a little bit more patchier. Depending on certain places. Like, there is a couple spots that I had to go back in and try to touch up with my brush, so I did notice that about this. Okay, once we have that darker brown shade applied, we are next gonna be going in with this more forest green shade right up here, and we're gonna be using this shade for our outer corner and our outer V. Just kind of dab that in. Okay, so the last shade that I would like to dive into is going to be this bright orange shade right here, and I'm going to put that on the second half of my lid. That forest green shade, I really liked it. I don't feel like it was super patchy like the other shade was, and it blended really well, so I did enjoy that. And we're going to see how this orange shade applies without any, without wetting the brush. Just meet that up to that forest green shade. And for the last and final step, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and take a makeup remover wipe and kind of remove any of that excess shadow that kind of went crazy all over the place while I was blending. Just to get it a little bit more precise. Alright you guys, so my thoughts about the Earth palette. I actually really like the shadows in here. A couple of them are a little bit patchy, and they're easy to blend, but you still have to work with them. So I think the formula is pretty good in here. Is it my favorite formula? No, it's not. That orange shade, that it has a little bit of a shimmer in it. And that shimmer, I don't think 100% came out, but it does still have a nice sheen on the eyes. So I do like that about the eyeshadow. And overall, yeah, I was impressed with the shadows. Some of them are nice, and again, some of them are patchy. So, but overall, I do think that this is a very good palette. So it'll be interesting to see what the formula is like for the other 3 palettes that I purchased. But I'm going to go ahead and pop on some wing liner and some false lashes, and I will be right back to try out the primer and the foundation. Okay guys, I am back with that wing liner and false lashes on. I am using the Ardell Demi Wispies. These are my favorite lashes. I love them because I feel like they look a little bit more natural than most false lashes do, but still with giving you some drama. So I really, really love these lashes. But anyways, now we are going to start on our complexion, and we are going to be using the Angel Veil primer that I got from Nyx Cosmetics. It says, treat your skin to this velvety, oil-free primer. Feels lighter than a cloud. So let's see. So it comes out as a white consistency. Let's see how it feels on the skin. But overall, I like it. It does hide my pores really well, actually. I think it makes my complexion look very, very smooth. So I do like this primer. Okay, now let's get into the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. Like I said before, I feel like this is an itty bitty bottle, so I'm hoping that a little bit goes a long way. I'm just hopping on with a clean beauty blender. It is a very watery foundation, and I don't know if you're supposed to drop it on your skin. So like it says it is, it's just like a medium coverage foundation, buildable up to full coverage. Okay, so first impressions of the Total Control Drop Foundation. Overall, I like it. Again, I like the fact that you can do medium coverage. I know not everybody is super full coverage like I am. I love, love, love to have a full coverage foundation, and I love it to be full coverage. I just can't get over with how tiny the bottle is. Foundations need a lot of product in there, and I just feel like this is super itty bitty and that you're gonna go through a lot. I am gonna go ahead and put concealer on, powder my face, contour, and all of that good stuff, and then I will be back to test out the bronze and contour palette. Okay, you guys, I am back. I got powder done, and concealer on, brows done, all of that good stuff. Now we are going to dive into the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro Palette. Now this comes with 8 total shades. It comes with 4 highlighting shades and then also 4 contouring shades. And what I really like about this as well is that they are all refillable. So let's say some of these just aren't your shade, then you can go ahead and pop those out. So we are going to get started in with the contouring, and the shades that I'm going to be using, I'm going to mix these 2 shades here together. One has a little bit warmth and the other one is a more cool tone. I'm actually using a different brush than I normally do. I'm using this julep kind of dome shaped bronzer brush. I really like this brush to apply bronzer as well. We're just going to go in. Okay, so first impressions of the bronzer is that I really like it. This bronzer is super easy to blend. It goes on really well. It gives you a nice glow to your skin, but it doesn't have that weird orange undertone either. So I do really, really enjoy this blush. I really think that, or this bronzer. I do really think that it's a very nice bronzer, and it goes really well on the skin too. So, okay, so once we have the blush applied, I'm gonna dive right into this highlighting shade here. I've swatched this one before. I know that it's gonna be a much more natural looking highlighter. It's not going to be a super poppin' highlight, but let's just put that on and see what we think. Alright, so I do like that highlighter. As you can tell, there's a nice little pop, but it's not like super full pigment. I definitely would recommend it more for like everyday wear. So next what we're going to do is we are going to finish off our bottom lash line. We are going to start off again with that cool toned brown right here. We're just going to pop that all over our bottom lash line. Next, we're going to go in with a Luxie 221 little shader brush. We're going to go into that dark brown, move that, just press this as close as you can to that waterline. Okay, and once we have that brown applied, using that same brush, we're going to go back in with that shader, or we're going to go back in with that forest green shade here, and we are going to apply that just to that outer corner there. And then since this palette does not have like a very good highlighting shade for the inner corner, you know, you could play around with color and maybe put like that yellow or green in there, but I'm going to actually reach back into my contour palette, and we are going to grab that highlighter, and we are going to pop that sucker right onto the brow bone and the outer corner. Or in the inner corner, sorry. Okay, you guys, now that we have the eyes completed and our entire face completed, we're gonna hop into lips. And you know I got those two really big sets of different lipsticks to try out. I decided to go for the metallic lip today because I knew my eyes would be a little bit more matte. And the shade I'm going to be using today, I'm going to be using one of the soft matte metallic lip creams. Let me see what shade this is. So I am using the shade Rome. I do believe. Yep. I'm using the shade Rome, and I swatched it, and it has like this really pretty, almost rosy metallic shift to it with a little bit of purple tint to it. So I'm really excited about it. I'm going to go in with a NYX lip liner. This is in the shade Dark Red. Okay, once we have our lips lined, I wanted to use more like a deep burgundy red because I knew it'd go with this shade. We're going to go in and apply that metallic lip Rome. Okay, you guys, so I am completely living for this lipstick shade. I love that the metallic, like it almost is like a glossy finish to me. It's not like big boom in your face metallic with a whole bunch of like glitter reflex to it. It is just like a subtle metallic shift that you can see in different lighting, and I really love it, and I really love this shade. Okay, you guys, so that concludes today's video of my first impressions Nyx Cosmetics haul that I did. So some hits for me was definitely the NYX Earth palette. This one, the formula was really well. You kind of have to work with it just a little bit, but overall, compared to some other shadows that I've tried, I've really liked this. Probably one of the biggest hits for me is this highlight and contour palette. I love this palette. The shadow, not the shadows, but the bronzers blend so beautifully on the skin, and you can do a mixture of them. You have 4 shades to play around with, so I really love that about it. The highlighter is perfect for my skin tone, and it gives a very nice natural glow. The next hit for me is the metallic soft lip cream. This is in the shade Rome, and it is beautiful on the lips, super comfortable to wear. Yeah, all of the colors in that set are more bold, but I love that. And then the one miss for me, is the Drop Foundation. This bottle is so tiny and I had to use a lot to get the coverage that I wanted. So for me, it's not my favorite. Like, will I be reaching for this foundation on more lighter days when I'm just like doing grocery store runs and everything? Yeah, I totally will. But it just does not give me the coverage that I want. I knew it wasn't going to be a super full coverage, but you have to use a lot of product and this bottle is super tiny. So that one is definitely a miss for me. I'm not a fan of the size. I feel like they should up the size and make it more practical for a $15 foundation. I can go out and spend $30 and get triple the amount of product with a much better foundation. So that's just my opinion. Not a fan of the size of this. So overall, that concludes today's video. I do really hope that you enjoyed my NYX Cosmetics try on from my haul that I did. Overall, I had a lot of hits. I was really impressed with a lot of the products, and I would definitely recommend them to you guys. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below before you leave. And I will see everyone in my next video. Bye!